How does any good composer write for more than one instrument, being inspired by the tonal beauties of each, yet making sure that they balance well when played out full together, and also that the sound of each flatters the sound of the others? Now here, to be sure, we're only concerned with two instruments, one violin and one piano. I have played both violin-piano sonatas by Bartók. There are really no balance problems of any kind, as Bartók understood that violins and pianos were totally different instruments. They simply never share the same material. Each has material appropriate to its characteristics. The same can be said for Debussy, who likewise treated violins and pianos as though from different families.
But Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven treat strings and pianos as belonging to the same family. In both the Beethoven and Mozart piano-violin sonatas, the right hand and the violin are treated as absolutely equal partners. Not only does first one play the tune, then the other, but they play in thirds and sixths, first one on top, then the other. And there is much string trio and string quartet writing in these works, as you will see. And in fact, Malcolm, I think in the beginning it's very clear that this is a string quartet. And I see 4 parts with you playing the first violin part. Do you agree with that?
I love playing the first violin. But I think what we have to talk about here is, clearly this is the cello, and these are the 2 middle strings, right? I think what we have to talk about here is the rhythm of such a bar. Because it clearly isn't boom-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee, boom-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee. Why not?
Well, first of all, we have to deal with the issue of the slur. If the slur weren't there, I think you might have a case for that.
What does the slur tell us?
The slur tells me that the 8th notes all belong together.
Yes. Notes under a slur belong together and are always a tiny bit compressed. So that I think you'd agree the rhythm is not boom-dee-da-dee-da, but it's boom-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee, boom-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Why don't we do that with the left hand and the...
And the violin.
Yeah, no right hand, no tune.
So
okay?
No first violin.
Right, here we go, which is me. Okay, now what should I do with the first violin?
Well, I think it would be very sad if you actually try and line yourself exactly with our 8th notes.
Because?
It won't be very expressive.
This is known as?
Rubato.